So I have here a comment that I want to make this video on, and let me just read it. This was a comment on the video about whether you should wear a cross or not, and her response went, "I don't own a cross either. I don't think I ever will again. I don't know. I read this somewhere that keeping the cross is to keep that image of him suffering on the cross. I don't think he died for our sins. I think he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and these zealots back then feared him. They feared his message or his enlightenment, and he was spreading, and the church couldn't have that, so they took him out. He came to bring us together, and the church wants to divide us. I don't know. What do you think of that? I've always felt that. Well, I have a different perspective. I have a very different perspective on this, and I want to go ahead and give you this perspective because there were a lot of people back there that were claiming to be messiahs. There were a lot of prophets and teachers, and there was all these. And when every one of those groups would start to grow, they became a threat to the ruling authorities because as they would grow, they were deemed as something that could become an army, something that could wipe out everything. What Jeshua did was he realized that he had become the rock star of this sort of movement, and it was not called Christianity. That's something that came later. He became a rock star of this. People knew him as the face of this new movement, and so they started referring to him as the King of the Jews because he was literally. They thought he was becoming a king and was going to have an army behind him. And so, what did Jeshua do? Jeshua took all of his teachings and he gave them to 12 people. And he said, "You go to Rome, and you go to Turkey, and you go to Jerusalem, and you go to the Far East." And he sent people all over the world spreading the information. And then he basically went to the cross himself so that when he was taken out, they would think it was the end of the movement. But to Jeshua, the thing that was most important was two things. One, the information, and two, that the information would reach as many people as possible. That was really his thing. Now, your comment says he came here to do this. He came here to do that. Jeshua was a man. Jeshua was a man who understood his own divinity. He was enlightened in the sense that he set everything else down and realized his oneness with God. That does not in any way, shape, or form make him better than you or higher than you. There's no hierarchy in Jeshua's teachings. In Jeshua's teachings, we are all equal. Greater works than I have done, you will do. It is your faith that heals you. You know, he washed his disciples' feet to prove he was no better than them. He called himself the Son of Man, not the Son of God. Right? To Jeshua, he was a normal guy who just happened to understand something better, something more. He had more information, basically. And he also knew that if he could get the world to awaken to their own divinity, then what would happen is the world would change for the better. Everything would get better in the end. And so he went to his death to make the authorities think that the teachings were gone. But he spread the teachings out before he went and then took himself out, basically, took himself to the cross. Now, this concept of dying for our sins, people have made that an esoteric teaching. And what does that mean? Is that an energetic thing? Did he take away the sins of the world? Did he do all these things? He died for our sins. What is a sin? Sin is described as missing the mark. Now, what mark are you missing? You're missing being loving because God is love. So the mark you miss is love. And so they did unloving things. He died because of the unloving acts that were done upon him. And so he died for our sins because our sins were the man's sins were unloving towards him. But he did the loving thing by sending the teachings out to be spread. Now, of course, they got adapted and changed and everything, but we're at a time now where the teachings are coming alive and people are starting to get them. And it's becoming a very, he did not die in vain. He died so that we could have this time that we're having right now, where people are becoming enlightened and people are coming to this place of understanding the teachings. So that's my thought on your comment. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for your support of the channel. Every day I pour my heart into creating these videos so that they bring value. That's my goal. That's my intention. And if they have brought value to you and you have the means, directly below this video you're going to see a donation link. You can donate as little or as much as you'd like if you have found value. Also, you can go to johnofnew.com, pick up my regression, which is the moment of me meeting Jeshua and witnessing the crucifixion is on that regression. My meditations, my mini courses, even prints of my Jeshua painting are available on the johnofnew.com website. So if you have the means and you would like to make a purchase or make a donation, please feel free, because this channel solely exists by your generosity. And I am completely grateful to you for allowing me to speak my truth and hopefully bringing value to you. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.